In this video today, we're going to cover modifying paid groups using the no-show button. And what that means is for proper T-sheet utilization, we need to utilize the no-show button for groups that book for 4 people and only 3 people show up and pay for the tea time. This works, like I said, for proper utilization, and it also will serve to help a yield management tool that will be released to all of you at a future date. Currently, we need to use this, get this to our frontline staff, and get them to no-show unpaid players immediately. So for this video, I'm going to go into the Totally Golf Pro Shop play side so we can manipulate the system. So once we log in here, I have created some tee times for today with some paid players to show you the proper way to modify tee times using the no-show button. So for instance, if these tee times were already teed off, Mr. Smith here booked for 4 players, as we can see, and only 3 players showed up. So what we want to do is train our staff to go into this tee time, right-clicking on the tee time, edit booking, and then under the no-show column here, this 4th player who did not show up, we want to click the no-show button, click save. If we don't want to send this tee time confirmation dialog is going to pop up, and if we don't want to send an email to Mr. Smith, we're going to uncheck this send email button, save and close, and we will see that now the 6:07 tee time for Smith has 3 players in it that are fully paid, and the tee time reflects that. If we move on to this next time, same thing goes for Mr. Jones. Looks like he booked for 3 players and only 2 players showed up. Once again, we're going to right click on the tee time, edit booking, head over to that 3rd player there, select the no-show button, save. If you don't want to send that booking confirmation email, we're going to uncheck the send email, save and close, and there we go. The tee time for Mr. Jones, it properly reflects 2 paid players. Same goes for Mr. Stearns. We have 1 player there. I'll just go over this one more time. We're going to right click, edit booking, choose that 2nd player as a no-show, and save and close. So I would suggest getting this out to your Pro Shop staff immediately. We want to start this process as soon as possible, and like I said, doing this will give you proper utilization reports and help with a future tool that we will be releasing called yield management. You could also put this in your Pro Shop closing procedures. Just as a reminder for the closer, at the end of the day, all they would have to do is scan through the tee sheet from start to finish and just make sure that if there are 3 players booked, it shows 3 players paid right here. So 2 players booked, 2 players paid. We don't want these tee times, for instance, this Nelson group, we don't want the day to end with 4 players booked and only 3 paid. So we want the staff doing it throughout the day, but it could be a good practice to just let your closer know, scan through the tee sheet, right click on any tee times that are booked for less players than are paid. Click the no-show buttons and save and close. And what this is doing here, if we head up to our snapshot, these utilization numbers and reports in the back end for yield management, it is just collecting the proper data. The system would think that if this threesome had 3 paid but was booked for 4, it would still think that that 4th slot was being used regardless of it being paid. So that's modifying paid groups using the no-show button.